ओम अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा तथा मह्यं ददाति विश्वपदान्त। नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमद्भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषशून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। बहुत कम स्टूडेंट्स आए, पता नहीं। स्टूडेंट्स रजिस्टर करते हैं पैसा देने के लिए मुझे, लेकिन क्लास अटेंड नहीं कर रहे। जो रजिस्टर किए हैं सब स्टूडेंट्स तो है नहीं, आई डोंट नो। So we have seen श्रेयश्रुतिं भक्ति मुदस्य कोवार्धाप्तो भजतां सुधर्मतः पुरैव भूमन् so bahopi yoginah. From all of these, so we understood karma, jnana, karma and yoga, they cannot give their own result without depending on bhakti. But bhakti is going to give its result without depending on those. And next, jnana and vairagya. So next also we said that bhakti without depending on jnana, karma and yoga, it can give their result also. Even a tinge of dependency is not there. So bhakti is not depending on even a tinge, and it is giving the result of jnana, karma and yoga. That also we have seen. Next, without bhakti, all those, they will fail. And so they are all under control of bhakti. Bhakti is life for them. That we have seen. Next, karma yoga. That means we are seeing about the karma yoga. Karma yoga is dependent on purity of place, purity of time, purity of the person who is going to performer, purity of the dravya. Dravya means ingredients and the process. All should be pure. So otherwise, karma yoga cannot be accomplished. Asyastu na tata. But in the case of the bhakti, it is not like that. Bhakti is not dependent on time, place, or anything. Na desha nimaha, na kala nimaha, or nothing. Independently, without depending on this purity of all these, it can give its result. किंच अस्याः प्रसिद्ध सापेक्षत्वम् अपि न. Even we don't need to perform well performed bhakti is also not necessary to get the result. Sakrudapi parigitam sraddaya helaya va bhrugvaram naramatram tarayet krishna nama. So kim anyad vaktavyam स्वशुद्धि पर्यंतापेक्षमपि नैव यस्य दृष्टा शुद्धं वा अशुद्धवर्णम. Even if you just utter the few words, few letters of the syllables of the Lord's name, they are also giving the bhakti. They are also giving the result. Actually, they are also purifying all the sins. They are also leading to the prema bhakti. So this is also we heard. We are clearly seeing the great difference between the bhakti and karma, other sadhanas. So this is the glory of the bhakti. After this, we are further continuing our discussion. This file also is with you, I think. Karma Yogasya. It is MK. I will open that file. MK4, I think. MK4. Karma Yogasya Tata Bhutatve. This 4, MK4 we have to see.
Bro, kindly send it to me, Sandipani.
It is not sent to anyone, huh? It's sent already. Okay. Who else want?
Yes, please send to me.
Yadapati.
Prabhuji, it is in the WhatsApp group, right?
Yes, bro. I sent already.
Thank you.
And I will be sending the one more file this for today's discussion. It is having some yellow mark is there. That means some inconsistency is there in this book. Whatever we got, this something, that means some serious editing is needed, or some ambiguity is there. Something lacking actually. Yellow marking. Always remember this. It will be future updated. In future, we are going to update that. Okay, now come to this. Karma yogasya, you can see in your file also in the diacritics. Karma yogasya tatha bhutatve maha anarthakarittvameva. Mantrahena swarato varnato va mitho prayukto na tamarthamaha yathendra shatruhu swarato aparadhat sa vagvajro yajamanam hi hinasti ityadehe. What the intention actually here is having the speaker, Sri Raviswanath Chakravarti Thakur, is if karma yoga is not well performed, it will be leading to anartha. Anartha means unwanted thing. It will be leading to the unwanted thing. So example is given. Mantrahina swarato varnato va mitah prayukta. We all know actually, all of us. So Vritrasur, who is the father of Vritrasur? So you all know the story. Vritrasur Vada. In that, Twasta is a Brahmana actually. His son Vishwarupa was appointed as a priest in the place of Bruhaspati, Indra, for the demigods. So he was functioning as a priest because of the Indra. Anyway, that story you all know. Indra's misbehavior towards the Bruhaspati caused the anger in Bruhaspati. So that's why Bruhaspati left Indra's assembly and he became anger, and he got angry and he went off. So now demigods were not having the priest. It means Devaguru. So there is no priest. So that's why but Devatas want, otherwise enemies can attack. And for that, they requested Twasta's son, Vishwarupa. Twasta is a Brahmana, but his wife is not from the Brahmana community. She is Rakshasa, actually, Daityas, belong to Daitya. So Vishwarupa, when he is working, doing the sacrifice for sake of Devatas, he used to give through one mouth. He's having three faces and three mouths. So he used to give the oblations to even to the Daityas also. So after seeing this, Indra felt anger and he chopped off his head, his three heads with the Vajrayudh. Then Twasta became anger. I sent my son to help them, but they killed my son. This is the reward they gave to me back. And felt angry and he did perform. He performed a sacrifice to produce an enemy of Indra and who is going to kill the Indra. So such a entity has to be produced from that yajna. So that's why he performed a sacrifice. In that sacrifice, he is chanting one mantra. What is that mantra? Indra Shatro Vivardhasya. Indra Shatro Vivardhasya. Indra Shatru tum vardit ho jao. That means, oh Indra Shatru, you should become flourished. You should be flourished. O enemy of Indra, you should flourish. Indra Shatru is a Sambodhan. O enemy of Indra, you should flourish. This is actually the meaning of mantra. That means they want to produce the enemy of the Indra. That is nothing but Vritrasur. But this is the Ritvik. They are all having the desire of producing the enemy of Indra. But while chanting this mantra, Indra Shatru Vivardhasva, there is a little mistake happened while uttering this mantra. What is that mantra? What is that mistake? You see, In Sanskrit language, all the swaras are having the three features. What are those? Anudatta, Udatta, Swarita. Swarita. Three features are there. What is the Anudatta? Anudatta is the definition of Anudatta is given. Talvadishu Staneshu ऊर्ध्वभागे निष्पन्नो उदात्तः ताल्वादिषु स्थानेषु अधोभागे निष्पन्नो अच अनुदात्तः उदात्तत्व अनुदात्तत्वयोः एकत्र समाहारो यत्र सोच स्वरितः. Okay, every vowel is three types in Sanskrit. We don't follow this Udatta, Anudatta, Swarita classification in the modern Sanskrit. That means Vyavaharika Sanskrit, day-to-day Sanskrit, so which we see in the generally in the Bhagavatam Puranas. But if you go to the Vedic Sanskrit, there you'll be seeing. You might have seen the Vedic text where there is an underline between that means there is an underline below the a letter, a syllable, or sometimes you'll be seeing the one line on the top, or sometimes two lines. You are all understanding what I am saying?
Can you show an example?
Mm. Mm. 1 second. I hope. You can see your WhatsApp account. I will show you here now. I sent one photo. You are seeing this? Om Sahana Vavatu Sahana udatta means this underline, you know, this is udatta. In the sa, I is there. I is having is underline, is having underline. This is known as anudatta. And this one vertical line, this is udatta. And two, vidvishava hai, these two lines are there, then this is known as swarita. So how to utter this? Actually, this is also a science. Actually, it's not so easy. It should be carefully done under the direction of a guru. So our whatever vowels we produce from our mouth is having the various parts like kantha, talu, murdha. Kantha, talu, murdha, and danta, oshta, nasika. So like this various parts. Kantha means throat. Some vowels are produced from the throat. Some vowels are some syllables. Some syllables are produced from this throat. Some are produced through tongue. Some are produced from the palatal. Some are produced from the teeth. So like this, all these vowels and also all the consonants and vowels, both, that means all the syllables are produced from the various specific part of the mouth. So, okay. So in that specific part, like you see, kantha is produced. In that kantha, so lower portion of kantha, if you use that example, I will say, is the, in the saha, is the kantha actually. So akuha visarjanyanam kantaha. Akara is the kantha, that means it is produced from the throat. In that throat lower portion, if you use the lower portion, then it will sa, in the kantha lower portion, if you use, then this is anudatta. For example, na is there. Na, if you use the upper portion of the kantha, because akara is produced from the kantha. In that kantha, in the throat, it is having the two portions, lower portion, upper portion. If you use the upper portion, then it is known as udatta. If you use the lower portion, then it is known as anudatta. Like this, all the syllables are produced from the various parts of the mouth. In that each part there is two portions, lower and upper, and if they are produced from the lower part, then they are known as anudatta. If they are produced from the upper part, they are known as the udatta. That means akara can be produced from the lower part of the throat, also upper part of the throat, and sometimes it is produced from the lower and upper. This ikara is there. Vidvishavahai, vidvishavahai. That means we use udatta and udatta both. Then it is swarita. Vidvisha, ikara is produced from is udatta. Vidvisha, vidvisha, vahai. This is swarita. This is udatta, anudatta, and swarita. Okay, it is clear. Archana Bhakti Mataji.
Prabhuji, with dvishavahai, so dvisha, it's so there should be line on top. Why it is underneath?
Can be produced. Is the kantha. It is produced from the throat. So if you write the underline under the sha, that means that akara, that means that's dirgha should be produced from the lower part of the throat.
Oh, dirgha also can be produced from the lower part. Okay.
Every hraswa is produced from the lower, upper, and both. Similarly,
Oh.
dirgha akara also is produced upper, lower, and both. Even the dirgha hraswa pluta. Pluta is also, pluta means if you use the 3 matras of time, then it is known as pluta. Pluta is also produced from the lower, upper, and so both. Swarita.
Okay.
Udat, anudat, swat. Like this, several differences are there. Okay, it is just a basic information. Any questions anyone is having about the Udatta, Anudatta, Swarita? Leela Govind Prabhu? You are there?
Yes, Prabhu, I am there, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
What you tell me, Udatta?
Udatta means the one which is below Prabhuji, a line, Saha.
Means what?
Means which comes from the the throat.
Throat. Every consonants and vowels, they are coming from the various parts of the this mouth, this system, vocal system.
Yes, okay.
In that, so throat we are using to produce the akara. Akara means hraswakara, dirghakara, plutakara. Okay. So if you take E is produced from where? From the tongue. Icheshanam talu. E means you will be using the tongue actually. If you want to produce the sha, ri, that means then you'll be using the murda, upper portion. And if you want to also woo also, woo also will be root to sorry, not woo. So Icheshanam taluhu, Ridrashanam murda, Lutalasanam. So Upu Padmanam Oshta. If you want to produce woo will be produced from the mouth. Sorry, from the lips actually. Lips, oo. So a, e, u, and like that, re, all these are produced from the various parts of this total system. Yes. Yes. Something. Hello.
Yes, Prabhuji. Yes, we can hear that.
ये ऑनलाइन एक्चुअली क्लासेस बेकार है, कोई रेस्पॉन्स ठीक से नहीं रहता है और कहीं चले जाते हैं. लीला गोविंद प्रभु.
Prabhuji, hearing Prabhuji.
यस बोलना है ना आपको. आप दूसरा काम करिए मत एक्चुअली क्लास के समय.
No, Prabhuji, nothing. I am just hearing only, Prabhuji.
वो तो यस क्यों नहीं बोल रहे?
Oh.
तो it is produced from the these consonants, sorry, vowels or consonants are produced from the various parts of the system. So for example, if you say I is how many types? 3 types. I is 3 types. That means hraswakara, dirghakara, plutakara. So so these 3 are there. Okay. So these 3, first of all, based upon the length of time you take to produce that based upon that, it is 3 types. Hraswa means just you will be using 1 matra of time. If you want to use the 2 matras, if you use the 3 matras of time, so that means then based upon this you are categorizing akara into 3 ways: hraswa, dirgha, pluta. That means one akara which is coming from the kantha is 3 types based upon the time lapse or the time duration you utilize to produce that. Okay, this is the first classification of the vowels based upon the duration you will do. That means hraswa, dirgha, pluta. Now, once again, so this Hrasva Akara is produced from that Kanta, and in that Kanta also, so two portions are there, lower portion, upper portion. If you, in that Kanta, if you use the lower portion to produce that Akara, then it is known as Anudatta. And if you use upper portion of the Kanta to produce the Akara, then it is known as Udatta. And if you use both upper and lower portions, then it is known as Swarita. So like this now, one Akara is becoming how many types? Tell me now. Leela going Prabhu.
Only one akara.
Is becoming how many types?
3 types. Prabhu.
Mataji, tell me, Mataji.
9 types, Prabhuji.
9 types, Prabhu. What I said, based upon duration, it is 3 types already. Hrasva, Dirgha, Pluta. And every one is having once again 3.
Okay, okay.
Udat, Anudat, Sarita. Total how many then?
3 into 3 9.
हाँ, आप श्रद्धा से नहीं सुन रहे हैं प्रभु.
Yes, sorry, Prabhu. Some disconnection was there.
Okay, क्या करेंगे? So now come to our point, our main point. Indra Shatro Vivardhasva. Okay, this is the mantra you are having. So all these Ritviks, while they are performing to produce the enemy of Indra, they are using this mantra Indra Shatro Vivardhasva. What is the meaning of this mantra? So, O enemy of Indra, please be flourished. In this, what happened? What mistake these Brahmanas did? Ritviks. So, in this, while uttering this mantra Indra Shatro Vivardhasva, here Indra Shabda Anudat. Indra, you see here Indra is there, na? There on the this Indra, there is A is there. That is Anudata. उच्चारण करने समय इंद्र अनुदात है, यट कैसे उसका उच्चारण. और शत्रु in that Shatro, Indra Shatro, that in that O is there, that is Udatta. O is Udatta. So it should be like that. But what happened? Indra Shatro, in that Dra, A is there, that should be what? Anudatta, but they produced that as Udatta. And in the Shatro, that O is there, that should be produced as Udatta, but that is produced as Anudatta. तब क्या हो गया? तब तो व्याकरण, जो संस्कृत व्याकरण के, वैदिक व्याकरण के रूल्स के अनुसार पूरा अर्थ उल्टा हो गया. इंद्र, whom Indra going to kill, that person will be appearing, but not the person who will kill Indra. Okay, this is clear?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yeah. So in Indra Shatro, Dra is there. There, the Akara should be the Udatta, Anudatta, but it is produced as Udatta. And Shatro, in that O is there, that should be the Udatta, but that is produced as Anudatta. So that's why the meaning became so reverse. Instead of appearing, that means the person who will be killed by the Indra. So who is going to kill the Indra, but it appeared reverse. That means the person who will be killed by Indra. So this is the problem happened. And of course, the bhava, the intention of the karmakandis, these ritviks, is to produce the enemy of Indra. But there, who produced the person who will be killed by the Indra?
Hare Krishna,
So
Prabhu.
from yes, bro.
So like it's written in the Shatro. So how can somebody like pronounce that Anudata Shatru word? Like is it Shatru like in this in here it says Satru. So like
Actually, see, Prabhu, here Sambodhan this is Indra Shatro. That means like Hari Guru is there, and Guru Sambodhan is Guru. So it's a Sambodhan. Oh Indra Shatru, oh Indra Shatru, oh Indra Shatru. That is the meaning of Indra Shatru. This is a Sambodhan actually. So, oh Indra Shatru, Vivardhasva, you be flourished. This here anyway, here in this, who is he is written, but who is not actually who only. Without Sambodhan, then it is Shatru. But in the Sambodhan, it will become wo. So that means while pronouncing the mantra, wo only will be there. That wo, that means in that wo, you will be having here, you see where my cursor is going on. There, the vertical line will be there, one vertical line. And in Indra Shatru, in the Dra, there is a one horizontal line down here. So then that is the original mantra actually. You understood, Prabhu?
yeah. So like, but I'm saying how like in pronunciation, like how they pronounced.
Acha, you.
I'm just asking.
Indra, Indra, Dra is there, na? A should come from the downside of your kanta. Probably it's quite difficult actually to.
I'm trying that.
Okay. And Indra Shatro, O is what? O is the kanta ostam. First of all, we should know O is produced from where? O is produced from the kanta. That means also this kanta and also lips. Both we use to produce the O. So in these two parts, the sound should come from the upper portion. This will be training, Prabhu. Actually, this Vedic Ritviks, they will give training for this.
Sure, Prabhu.
Yeah.
Prabhuji,
Okay.
it's like lower and upper pitch, right, Prabhuji? When you say lower and higher, it's sound. It appears like pitch. It's higher pitch. It becomes upper pitch.
Like that, we can consider somewhat like that. Pitch, I don't know actually in English how that pitch is defined. That like example in A is there a a a a a a a. If you press it, actually, it goes down. It is coming from upper. Actually, you are observing this difference.
Prabhuji, when we say sare gama pa dha ni sa, so the last one is like higher pitch. The first one is lower pitch, like that.
Like that, Mataji. That's Madhyama, Tivra, and what is that? Adhama or Kanishta, something is there. That means lower scale, middle scale, upper scale we have. No? Scale, you can see it's a scale.
Scale.
Yeah. Sa. It goes up actually. That difference. Somewhat. That's yes. Just like lower and upper will be there actually. Yeah, lower scale and upper scale. You'll be having in the harmony, if you see, sa is there down wala, and even the more down. Yeah. So especially why these Vedic mantras are not allowed to chant by women, because they cannot pronounce all the scales. You know, this actually, if you see female scale, that's the maximum of the medium only, middle scale only. If you take the total harmonium, it is having the more than 21. That means 777, and also Tivra, Madhyama, and also every. That's like Ga is also two types. Re is also two types. Ga is two types. Ma is two types, and Dha is one type. So if you see the So if you see sa, it is produced in the lower scale, middle, and also upper. Upper is very high, the high practitioners. So the male voice only can reach to there actually. And but females going to that scale is almost all impossible actually. And so that's why that female system is not supporting these udat, anudat, swarita pronouncing. So that's why they are not allowed to do these mantras to practice. That is a reason is there actually. It's not that they simply rejecting something, but there is a physical system also should support that. Anyway, so female voice is also having some frequency and certain limits. Not the male and female both have same. So this kind of little, that means what is our intention mainly, we are coming to our main point. Mantrahina swarato varnatova. If any mantra is lacking due to vowels or swarataha, that means due to udatta anudatta swarita bheda or due to hrasva dirgha pluta. Swarataha varnataha means every syllable is having, that means swara, especially vowels, are having the classification based upon the meter. That means meter. Swara means you can take udatta anudatta swarita, and every vowel is also is classified based upon the time lapse. That means hrasva dirgha pluta. If you change anything in that mantra, anything, the mantra is lacking in these two aspects, then that mantra is going to produce such a dangerous result. Not giving result is not only thing, but even it can produce a reverse to the expected result. It happened in the case of the Twasta. So he wanted to produce the killer of the Indra, but the person who is killed by Indra was produced. So okay, this is the lacking in the karma. But in the case of the bhakti, if you utter even Narayana while at the time of death, because kapha is filling in all the navarandras, so at that time air is not constantly flowing in freely. So at that time there is a difficult to produce even the Narayana clearly, because of stopping, because of kapha in the throat or other holes. So then we cannot produce. Even that broken Narayana is going to save. If you say in the case of the Ajamil, he produced Narayana. At the time he was having the fear. Vivashaha son. Vivashaha means he is completely in control of something. Paradhinaha. He is in control of something else. He is in control of fear. Fear is completely dominating his, and also body is also not supporting. Yamadutas, he is seeing the ferocious Yamadutas in front of his eyes, and immediately he got the fear and he thought that what will happen to his son Narayana, and he shouting actually, and in that fear, Narayana with the proper pronunciation. Did he do? No, but still Vishnudutas came. So that is the glory of the bhakti. So that's why in the Kali Yuga we are all filled with the defects. We don't have any eligibility to perform any karma. So that's why it's a false propaganda in the society. People are performing the big yajnas, and that means other sampradayas. If you see, people are performing so many yajnas and spending a lot of money and trying to impress, but simply it's a bogus. Only the bhakti in the Kali Yuga, Hare Nama, Hare Nama, Hare Nama, Iva Kevalam, Kalau Nastyeva, Gatiranyatha. Like some kind of societies are there to especially promoting this kind of yajnas. We all know this. Who are those? That society. What is that society? Ari Samaj and this. So they are themselves calling as Vaidikas, and they try to utter these Vedic mantras, but it's very impossible actually, very very difficult, and wasting the people are attracted by that big sacrifices and wasting their time. So that is a point actually we are establishing here. Next, evam gnanasya antakarana sudyadhinatvam prasiddhameva. Evam gnanasya antakarana sudyadhinatvam. See, what is the gnana process? How gnana process is defined? In the gnana process, before entering into the gnana, what is the entry door for the gnana? That is Nishkama Karma Yoga. So by doing the Nishkama Karma Yoga, Antakarana Shuddhi, heart is purified. So that means heart should be purified. If there is something contamination in the heart, so he is not eligible to practice the gnana. He cannot get the Brahma Gnana. That means if he is having contamination in the heart, he has to do Nishkama Karma Yoga only. He cannot do the Karma Sannyasa and enter into the Gnana. That's not possible. If you see, so if someone is having this some kind of inclinations, that means some kind of material desires, and then he cannot be a eligible person to practice the Gnana. That means he cannot sit at one place leaving all the karma and I am the soul, I am not body. So Brahman is there and I am and Brahman are not different. So this kind of contemplation is done by the Gnani. So what is the qualification for this? So purification of the heart. So where it is said? Where it is said purification of the heart is needed. Where it is said? Before that we have studied this. Anyone remember this? For the Gnanis, what is the qualification? Bhakti Sandarbha students. All are almost Bhakti Sandarbha students here. Tell me. Mother Rohini Mata. Rohini Mata ji. Radha Rohini Mata. Yes, Mata ji. So I'm asking, so for practicing the Gnana, so a complete detachment from the material desires is needed. That means purification of the heart is needed. Where we discussed this. Anyone others?
Exact sloka I don't know, Prabhuji, but in Uddhav Gita it comes who is fully detached. For them Gyan Yoga means this.
Yeah. Very good. So it is said that tavat karmani kurveta na nirvidyeta yavata matkata shravanadau shraddha yavanna jayate. So there Krishna is saying who is eligible. That means who is eligible for the Gnana and who is eligible for the Bhakti. Who is eligible for the Bhakti? So matkatha shravanadau shraddha. The one who is getting the shraddha in the hearing the Lord's pastimes. That's why adau shraddha means that the shraddha is the basic qualification. Shraddha in hearing getting the faith in hearing the Lord's pastimes. That is the qualification to enter into the bhakti. And not the purification of the heart. Purification of heart is not necessary in the case of the bhakti. What is necessary? Only shraddha. That's all. But in the case of the gnana, so na nirvidyeta yavata. So na nirvidyeta yavata means so one who is completely detached from the material desires. He is eligible for the gnana. Otherwise, he has to practice karma. So that's why Kanishtadhikari who is not getting this Shraddha, who is having the only, what kind of Shraddha Kanishtadhikari is having? Tell me.
He is having love to Shraddha Prabhuji.
Loka parampara jata shraddha, Lauki shraddha. So since he is not having the proper shraddha, that means hearing the past tense of the Hari, so then that's what he has to do. Tavat karmani kurvita. So that means the Kanishta Adhikari should do the karma. Yes or no? That means they has to follow their dharma, their karma. They cannot leave the dharma and karma. So simply say that. So just they came to in touch with the devotees, and now I am so Madhyama Bhakta and I will not do karma. No, you cannot say that. Okay, Mata, you are feeling sleepy.
In Kapil Bhagavan teachings also, you discussed this point.
Yes, Mataji. Okay. So I expect actually people should to connect the things here and there. So okay. So now here what we are discussing, Antakarna Shuddhi means what? Completely getting the detachment from the material desires. So that is needed. Ramcharan Prabhu, tell me, Prabhu.
Prabhu, like, yeah, even I had this question before that when, like, in like Lord Krishna says to Uddhav, like Tavat Karmani, like a person should perform the activities until prescribed duty, until he get the Shraddha, like even the initial faith in the Bhagavad Katha. So, but like the point is that like if somebody is basically being involved in these prescribed duty and all, he become attached to the results.
No
then
problem.
Becoming detached from there, how is going to work? I prove, like if he's going to keep doing that, that will become very difficult for a living entity to come out from there.
See, in the case of bhakti, detachment from the material results is not needed actually. Only Shraddha in Bhagavad Katha is enough. But in the case of the Jnanis, so they should get the detachment from the material results. And then only they can leave the karma. In the case of the devotees, then only they can leave the karma and they can fully engage in the devotional service when they get the Shraddha in the Krishna Katha. You're understanding? In the case of devotees, purification of the heart is not needed. But only Shraddha is enough. Then that Shraddha Bhakti, by the Shraddha, he will be doing the Bhajana Kriya. Ado Shraddha Sadhu Sangha, he will be doing the Sadhu Sangha and Bhajana Kriya. Then all anarthas will be Nivritti.
So what I'm understanding is Jnana process will not kick off till the complete purification heart will happen.
That is the point. Until unless if you become expert in the Nishkama Karma Yoga, that means purifying the heart completely, you cannot enter into the Jnana Yoga.
So means like people who say Jnana Yoga, like so Jnana Yoga is literally impractical in this age because
it's literally just by karma purifying the heart is literally impractical. Karma Yoga, Nishkam Karma Yoga.
So then, like somebody asked question like generally in Bhagavad Gita they say first Karma Yoga, then Jnana Yoga. Some like devotees sometimes explain that there's a ladder, like, but it's not a ladder because that will never going to work in this.
It's not ladder, Prabhu. Bhakti Yoga is independent actually. No need, it doesn't need any Karma Yoga prerequisite. Ladder means if you want to go to the next step, you need to cross the before to that. That is the meaning of ladder. Ladder is having the few steps. That means you want to go to the 6th step, you have to climb the 1, 2, 3, 4, then only you can put your feet on the 5th one. That is meaning of ladder actually. So bhakti process is not a ladder actually.
Because sometimes Prabhu will like devotee saying like while preaching that like all the yoga process culminates into bhakti. So somebody might say that like like okay, then I can do Jnana Yoga and then come. But like if we outwardly reject like from the beginning that it's not impractical in this age of Kali Yuga to really reach to Jnana Yoga, then they will not go at that path at all, right?
But Jnana Yoga leading to bhakti is not there at all. Jnana Yoga will not lead to. That means we say that means Brahma Bhuyaya Kalpate. That means no, not that. What is that?
Brahmabhuta Prasannatma.
Brahmabhuta Prasannatma Sochidina Kankshati. What is that? Next.
Sama Sarveshu
Bhuteshu. Bhaktim Labate Para. So there we are using the someone who is practicing the gnana, and that gnana will not lead to bhakti automatically. There, if you see in the commentary of that sloka, there also we are seeing Brahma Bhuta, one who is gnani, and after that he is getting the param bhakti. So, parabhakti. So that parabhakti is possible in that case of gnani with the association only. You are understanding, Prabhu? So that's
Yes.
why ultimately bhakti is independent and it is coming to anyone through the association. So if even if someone is materialistic person having the full of desires, but in the association, if he get this Shraddha, then he is eligible to practice bhakti. He doesn't need to know anything about the gnana or karma. Okay,
Prabhuji, in the same lines, Prabhuji, yesterday in Bhakti Sandarbha, we were talking about King Nriga that performed all the Karmakandi activities. So
Yeah.
there you said how we should following Hari Bhakti Vilas, whatever procedures are given by Acharyas, we follow. But also we go by our immediate Acharya, isn't it?
Yes.
So all the procedures that are given in Hari Bhakti Vilas regarding Shraddha and other things, these were not necessarily directly taught by Srila Prabhupada to all the disciples. So those who are doing, it is fine. But if someone is not doing, is there any problem?
It is not. Yeah. So Hari Bhakti Vilasa is a very elaborated version of the Vaishnava rituals actually, and and in that because time is all the time changing, and place and circumstances they always change. So for example, you are doing the bhakti in US and you don't have any tulsi or anything ingredients which you need to perform that that ritual, so that is incomplete actually. You cannot do that at all. So based upon the place, based upon the time, and based upon the circumstances, so the secondary rules are always changeable actually. Those will be decided by the acharya. So whatever acharya sets, once again acharya will come and he will set back. So only acharya knows that what should be done and what should not be done. And whatever acharya set for us, so that we should follow. For currently, Srila Prabhupada is there, and whatever he said, that we have to follow.
Yeah, very nice. Thank you.
So the secondary things will be changing all the time. But primary principles, even acharya also cannot change. Certain things, even like in the Indian constitution, so that our president is having some powers. But certain things, some certain articles in this and in constitution cannot be changed even by the voting also. Just modern example I am giving. So even acharya cannot change few things like Krishna is supreme personality of Godhead. He cannot change that. So certain things, but the number of rounds should be done by this candidate. He can change. In this time, maybe it's instead of 16, maybe some 12 rounds. But that Acharya knows. Prabhupada also says in his lectures. So Acharya knows how to propagate this bhakti. And if you are then if you are questioning in your mind who is Acharya, if you are getting question who is Acharya, then you are not Acharya. That is the answer. Acharya knows, yes, I am Acharya, like that. So that's why no need to worry who is Acharya to know, because if you are quoting question means you are not Acharya, that much is clear. So don't worry. Okay. So next, निष्फल कर्मयोगान्तःकरणस्य शुद्धौ निष्पादितायामेव तत्र तस्य प्रवेशात् कर्माधीनत्वं च. So now once again we are seeing Nishphala Karma Yoga yogena antakaranasya suddhau nishpaditameva tatra tasya praveshat karmadhinatvancha. Even gnana is depending on karma, because by nishkama karma yoga antakarana is purified and then only one is able to practice gnana. So that's why nishkama karma yoga is becoming the entry door for the gnana. So that means gnana is dependent on even karma also. Tad atikrutasya daivat duracharatva lavepi savai vantasya patrapaha iti ninda. So I will show in our similarly, it is well known that the practice of gnana is dependent on the purity of the heart. One finally enters gnana yoga when one's heart is purified by doing nishkam karma yoga. Gnana yoga is therefore dependent on karma yoga. Moreover, if someone who practices gnana yoga accidentally commits even a small unworthy act, then he is blasphemed as a shameless vomit eater. So, for example, who is that? If someone is practicing the gnana, if he commits a little mistake, then he is blasphemed like anything. In the process of gnana, little mistake also should not happen. First of all, completely purified heart is needed, and but also after purification, there is a chance of committing the mistake, because by the purification of the heart through the nishkam karma yoga and by the gnana, by practicing the gnana, so it is not like purification of the heart by the bhakti. We already discussed this. By how it is given example, like purification of the heart through the gnana means just it is like the bamboo bushes, they are burned by the forest fire, and but their roots are still having the life, and when there is a rain, they are sprouting back. So similarly, gnana is not destroying the root of the committing sin, but bhakti, even the roots, it will destroy roots of the sin. So that's why when one practices gnana, anyone practices gnana, there is a chance to commit mistake. It is not going to purify the heart completely. So then that practitioner, that gnana practitioner, is blasphemed. Like how? A shameless vomit eater. It is said in the 7:15:36. Okay. Yeah, Ramcharan Prabhu.
So, Prabhu, like, in order to perform nishkam karma yoga, don't you need the jnana? Like,
no.
So without jnana,
nishkam karma yoga, how it is practiced? So nishkam karma yoga means because you are performing the karma and all the time you are getting some results, and those results are the very, very temporary. You are doing one is doing very hard labor by conducting such a heavy sacrifice. Agnistomena swarga kamo yajeta. That means someone is doing the Agnistoma yaga. It is comprised of the many other sub-yagas. And such elaborate process, if you do, then you will be eligible to go to Swarga. After going the Swarga, it is immediately finished and once again coming back. Even if you get the conquering the whole world, so you need to do some Rajashu yaga. So this kind of yagas performing is a very hard labor and result is very temporary. So that's why people will see that results of the karma yoga are very temporary. Let's go for me to, then they will be feeling that that kind of labor itself will lead to that pain will lead to so not hankering for the results. I am desiring the results. That's why it is giving the pain to me. So let me not to depend on not to having any expectation on the results and do my duty. So this kind of experience he will get by regular practice of the karma yoga. then what will happen? So you'll be doing the activities without any, yes, any kind of the expectation of the result. Expectation of result is giving the problem. Na? Then he'll be doing as a duty. Then even he has to leave kartritva buddhi also. I am the doer. And then by practice of that nishkam karma yoga, so he will be coming to the state of equilibrium. He is not affected by the win and loss. He is not affected by the cold and heat. He is not affected by the appreciation or the depreciation. That means whatever the blasphemies, praising or the blasphemy. So like this, because all the dvandas, he is coming out from all the dvandas, then he will be coming to the stage of seeing that I am not the body, I am the soul. So that is the Gnana, Prabhu. Just not that I am not body, I am the soul. This is not the Gnana actually. The only just information actually. Gnana means what? Gnana means so realizing Gnana platform means what? Realizing himself as I am soul, I am not body. Anything happen to this body, I don't worry. Loss and gain is different, is a matter of these changes in the modes. And but I am the separate from this. Is Kapila Bhagavan is explaining this in the 27th chapter, very elaborated. Recently we discussed that in the Bhakti Vaibhava class, Bhakti Misra Gnana. So that's there it is very clearly explained, this Gnana process, how it is attained.
So Prabhu, this is basically like is what I'm getting is like it is your personal own experience that whether you are able to reach it or not. Some people might not, like be able to realize this, or may take a very long time to really come to this nirveda stage where they're not really like attached to the result. So does it need any guidance, or is the Paramatma is going to guide like them? Like now you have to like get free from, otherwise getting detachment by on its own is very difficult.
That's why there are scriptures are there. There are so many stories. Mahabharata is Mahabharata will teach this only. In many stories related to this. That means dharma, artha, kama, moksha. After doing the dharma, you'll be getting the artha, money, and then you'll be enjoying sense objects, and getting gratification, sense gratification. Then one is going to the moksha. Then he is frustrated with that and going to the moksha. That means doing the nishkama karma yoga, and then he is coming to that. This general philosophy is pervading in all over India now also. That remnants are there in the society. And these remnants, do your duty. You should work now. You are a young man. You should enjoy your life. This, that. Then in the old age, you should retire, and you should not dependent on the results. What you should do your duty. All these statements, these are the unconnected statements, are nothing but the remnants of the general process of explained in the Bhagavad Gita and also in the Dharma Shastras. That's culture also will teach Prabhu this from the elders. They will be learning. Their grandfather is doing like this, then what he will do? He will following the same path. Father is doing and he himself will do. But bhakti is a revolution actually. Some sadhu is coming into in your life and he is giving the seed of the bhakti, and it's entirely seen in another perception, another angle. Okay, Prabhu.
Okay,
Prabhuji, even in while you're practicing bhakti, does one go through these stages? Just like Prabhuji was saying that you become completely detached from the results. So as we are practicing bhakti, is someone going through the stages, coming to the stage of jnana like that?
No, bhakti. We will discuss that. That means when we will be free from the material desires completely. That we will be seeing in the stage of ruchi actually. So in this book, that is only we are going to discuss how the purification of heart is going to happen in the process of bhakti. Is explained in the Madhurya Kadambani. That is a discussion. That is a course actually. Yeah. Okay, then we'll go further. Next, tad atik. Even in the case of, who is that practitioner for the jnana and falling down? Vishwamitra, you can tell. He's a practitioner of Jnana Yoga. It means meditating on self, Brahman. And but still on him that, who is that? With that Manaka. Manaka was creating disturbance to him, and then so dhyayato vishayan pumsta sangaste shopajayate sangha sanjayate kama kamat krodod bhavati. So that is the going to happen. Even one is situated in, I am not body, I am soul, but there is a great danger actually, because the desire for enjoying the sense objects, the root of the desires is not destroyed actually in the by the jnana. So that's why once again they are tripped back, and there is a chance to becoming the once again. That's why even what is that? Jivan Muktas also, they fall down. What is that sloka? Recent. Ananta, what is that sloka? Even Mukta, liberated people also fall down. That 10th canto. Okay.
Bimukta Manina.
Aravinda Bimukta Manina.
Aravinda. Bimukta Manina. Aravindaksha. That is, yes. They fall down actually. Because what is the reason why these kind of people, jnanis, they fall down? Because jnanis also, because they are not carrying the bhakti and not having the bhakti and only practicing jnana, and due to this what will happen? They are not having the bhakti na, and definitely knowingly or unknowingly anarthas will be there. Even in the case of the jnanis also, anarthas, previously committed anarthas might be there. And also he'll be committing now also, unknowingly also. So knowingly or unknowingly, whatever, Vaishnava came in front and he didn't see, or maybe he is in the core heart somewhere, glories of the bhakti if he undermines. So then what will happen? These anarthas, since he doesn't have any bhakti and those anarthas are not destroyed, so that's why they will be once again falling down. With hard labor, they will reach to the liberated platform. But previously anarthas. But if they bhakti, if they do, and whatever previously nama parada you have in the last 10 lives back, you did some nama parada, and that anartha is sitting in your account, and but you became in this life gnani, and that anartha is not destroyed because you didn't do the sufficiently nam japa to destroy that. And but if forcibly you became gnani and you reached the liberated stage, and that defect, whatever is there, that anartha, and that will immediately, that means will be into the action, and it will create the vastvantar abhiniveshu. Tomorrow you'll be going to discuss in the Bhakti Sundarbha that previously hidden anarthas will be creating the desires for the material objects once again, and they will fall down. Very dangerous actually. Without bhakti, any process if you take up, if you understand that the science of the bhakti, you will not get any taste for any other sadhanas. Scrutinizingly deeply, if you understand, oh, it's, my God, it's really, bhakti is so wonderful. Okay. That's the thing we are trying to realize, to get the more and more full shraddha on the bhakti. There should not be any kinds of the doubts or any kinds of the, some kind of the unclarity things. And otherwise your shraddha is not strong shraddha. It is only loka parampara jata shraddha. Everyone is doing devotee. Okay, prasadam is nice, so everyone is doing japa, so I will also do. That's all. But to become Vaidhi Bhakta, you need to have this Shraddha. In the Vaidhi Bhakti, Sadhana Bhakti is two types. So Vaidhi Bhakti is the thing, generally it is prescribed for everyone. For that, the strong Vaidhi Bhakti you will be doing with this strong faith is there. When strong faith comes when you understand the subject matter deeply. Shastrartha Vishwasaha. Otherwise, you cannot take this process very seriously. This Vaidhi process, Vaidhi Bhakti. Every day waking up and strictly following all the niyamas and conscious of all these offenses. This when you have the strong faith. That comes from the deep understanding. That's why Prabhupada says, you people not just distribute the books, but you should study those books and understand deeply and practice it. Okay.
Prabhuji, it also comes from association.
We will get that means Shastra, how you learn? By the studying, by discussing, and by hearing.
Yeah.
By the association. Shraddha comes from this association of sadhus only. That is a fact. That also we understand. Then that Shraddha will lead to the another sadhu sangha. Sadhu sangha, that's why it comes 2 times. Although Shraddha, Rupa Goswami is saying, but we'll be discussing in this. Shraddha is not, from where that Shraddha comes then? Then that also comes from the sadhu sangha. That's why sadhu sangha will be there in 2 times, 2 places. So, tad adikrutasya daivat durachara lavepi, then he'll be blasphemed like anything. But in the case of the bhakti, if anyone is doing any committing mistake, but Lord himself saying, apiche suduracharo bhajate mam ananyabhak sadhureva samantavyaha. Hey Arjun, my devotee, if he commits any mistake, don't see him as a wrong person. You should consider him as a sadhu. See the glory. See that the advantages are there in the bhakti. What are the advantages? These advantages of the bhakti should go to the every nook and corner of the society. That is preaching actually. What is preaching? We should glorify the bhakti. We should make people convincing them to get this Shraddha on this bhakti. That is possible by your explanations. Yeah. Ram Charan.
So Prabhu, like when we basically preach and we like sometimes this glorify, doesn't people like who don't know about this, they will feel this is an exaggeration, like that we are trying to over glorifying like something like that. Even we understand it's not, but in their mind they might be thinking like that. So is that, and they are doing an offense to that?
Yes, definitely it is offense. Of course, while doing the surgery, some kind of pain will come. But ultimately that surgery will lead to the good health. Maybe some kind of unavoidable offenses may possible, but ultimately by the association of the sadhu, initially they may do that kind, but ultimately it will lead to the perfection. That's acceptable actually. That risk will be taken by the devotee, and still he will preach.
Prabhuji, and also the devotee is actually, as we said, partial, right? He chooses who to give, who not to give. So when he sees a particular candidate.
If someone is seriously, after a good trial, he is seriously, because of the heavy, strong anarthas, he will be seriously blaspheming the bhakti. And you don't have sufficient energy or bhakti energy to destroy that anarthas of that person. Then you have to withdraw from that place. Then you have to arrange as a well-wisher of that person a good association, even better association than you. Then there is a chance actually. And that exalted soul, maybe by his darshan, by his just one touch, or by his remnants, he may destroy these anarthas, and by his mercy, maybe his anarthas are broken or destroyed, and maybe he may get back Shraddha. That's why we always call the senior devotees in our congregational preaching, because we'll be having the people who are having the strong anarthas, which you are not able to destroy that by your preaching and association. Understand? That is the importance of inviting the seniors, exalted devotees. So, Kamsa Hiranyakashipu Ravanadinam Tat Prakarana Drishtya Gnana Abhyasavataamapi na tatvena Vyapadesha Lesho Vyapadesha Lavopi. So, if you see Kamsa, Hiranyakashipu, and Ravana, they are all, we are studying from their stories whenever comes in the Shastra. We study them as they are practicing. We see that they are practicing the Gnana Margas, some kind of Gnana Sadhanas. They are doing this. What are the Gnana Sadhanas? Doing austerity, tapasya, swadhyaya. All these are all known as Gnana Sadhanas. They are practitioners of the Gnana Sadhanas, but they are not considered as Gnanis. They are considered as demons. Because in the case of Gnanis, if anyone have even some little bit of material desire, that means bad conduct, then he will not be considered as Gnani. It needs perfection. But in the case of the Bhaktas, even one is having some bad conduct, but he should be considered as Sadhu only. Apiche Suduracharo. Okay. So, Kamsa, Hiranyakashipu, and Ravana, the practitioners of Gnana, according to their context, are not mentioned rightly even a little. Today we'll stop here. Tomorrow we'll discuss further. Any questions on this? We are going little slow, very slow.
Prabhuji, yesterday in Bhakti Sandarbha class, you said that someone who, in answer to the question, you said that someone who is not, who is doubting the glory of Bhakti, thinking that this is exaggeration, he has not even come to the platform of Shraddha. Even though externally it may appear that he is doing bhajana kriya, but actually in reality he has not even come to the platform of Shraddha. So here we are reading that in case of bhakti, even without perfection, you still call him a bhakta.
Yes, yes.
So even externally doing that, do you still count them as bhakta? They may not have that type of conviction.
Actually, you see, in the case of Nruga, he is performing, he studied all the Shastras and he is performing the bhakti. And that's why he's saying, Tava Bhaktasya. He's claiming him as a bhakta. But what is the thing is, that's why from this we are understanding. He is claiming himself as a bhakta, and also we are seeing that he is not having the fully Shraddha in the bhakti. And because he's very intensely, he is performing the dana dharma ityadi, dana, that means charity and so and so. So, because of his strong shraddha in the charity and so and so, we are understanding that he's not having this shraddha in the bhakti, and that means he is thinking that glories of the bhakti are just simply exaggeration. So, like that is Arthavada. Arthavada, that means he's committing that kind of offense. That's why he was sent to the hell. So even So there we discussed actually. He is considered bhakta, so-called bhakta, because he's doing this worship. But in the case of the a formal, that means the formal definition. Formal definition means Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur says in that 6th canto, 3rd chapter, 11th sloka commentary. In that he says that who is having the proper Shraddha and taking Diksha from the Pramanic Guru, and then after that he will be coming to the path of the Bhakti and practicing. So that is formally coming to the proper Suddha Bhakti, and he is practicing. That is the thing is explained there. And in that way, that is the definition of Bhakti. But here, since he is doing some kind of Bhakti with offenses, he is also considered Bhakti. Even in the next Ajamila also, he is doing Bhakti. Even he is associating with the Vaishya. One time only he chanted the Narayana name, and also just he is calling his son's name only. He is not doing any direct Bhakti with Bhagavad Gnanam. So still he is considered Abhasa Bhakti is also, if anyone is doing, is known as Bhakta, is coming in the next Anucheda. That is, but categories are there. Yes, various categories.
Yeah, categories. Yeah.
Yes.
So different levels of, but they are all, you consider them all as bhaktas.
Yeah, different categories of the bhaktas. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, actually, I want to just wait on the everyone. Like, I will ask Vamshidhari Mataji to explain something, certain things, because we changed the platform. Now we are having the app. Everyone should install the app, and we will that only going to do our classes. And she will explain this some program what we should do to transfer to that. I will call her in 1 second. Be on the line, everyone. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Prabhuji, last line translation I could not hear. Kans Hiranyakashipu Ravanadinam Tattat Prakaran Dishtaya.
हरे कृष्ण माता जी 1 सेकंड माता जी आप आएंगे क्या ऑनलाइन में हाँ बोलिए कोई प्रॉब्लम हाँ बोलिए हाँ ठीक है हाँ बोलिए प्रभु आप बोलिए कोई जाना नहीं एक्चुअली चले जा रहे हैं सब लोग आप मत जाइए तो ऑनलाइन में रहना है क्लास पूरा नहीं हुआ माता जी अभी और वंशीधारी माता जी एक्सप्लेन करेगी अभी तो चलो आप प्रश्न पूछो
हाँ प्रभु जी वो लास्ट लाइन का ट्रांसलेशन नहीं सुन पाया था
हाँ ट्रांसलेशन ओके
ज्ञाना इसके बाद ज्ञानाभ्यास बताम अपि
हाँ सी कैसा इसको भरना है कंस हिरण्यकशिपु रावणादीनां तत्तत् प्रकरण दृष्टिया ज्ञानाभ्यासवताम means they are the performers of gnana so practitioners of gnana api even who here comes hiranya vyapadeshah lavopi tatvena na vyapadesha lava means they are not mentioned in right way. They are not mentioned rightly, even a little. That means they are not mentioned rightly, even little means even they are practicing gnana, they are not called as jnanis.
Oh.
That's the point. Okay, Mataji. Vamshidhari Mataji, please carry on.
Hare Krishna, respected devotees. So actually, this is to inform you that we have started our new learning management system. So henceforth, we will try to join the class from that system. The benefit, I'll tell you first. The benefit you will be getting is You will get the videos after the live session within 2 hours. Within 2 hours of the live session, you will get the videos. So for that, you have to do little. There are two options. So first, those who are having Android phone, they can download a app which is available on the Google Play. The app name is ISKCON Bhagwat Mahavidyalaya. I am sending the link in the group for the app. And the second option is we can log in through the website vedvarsity.com. Right. So first, you can download that app, and you have to reset your password. You have to, when you download the app, you will get the option of login. So when you click on login, you have to enter your email ID and password.
हेलो माता जी, क्या हुआ?
Make a new password. An
माता जी
OTP.
आपका वॉइस 3 minutes it's gone. 2 minutes.
2 minutes is gone means.
We are not able to hear you for last 2 minutes.
अच्छा, आपने कुछ भी मतलब कुछ भी आवाज नहीं आया? Nothing? Yeah.
1 minute off. Yeah, nothing.
Acha. Okay, Praji, I'll repeat once again. So, respected devotees, actually, we have launched our new learning management system. So, we have changed our website page link. So, we have actually, we have now our Android app, which is live on Google Play, available on Google Play Store. And for iOS, it will take 1 month to for the app to come up. And so by two options we can join the live classes. Like now we are doing the classes on Zoom. It is offline, but by that way we can join it online. Online means like we are joining through the website. So for the main feature, the main benefit for the students is that they will get the video recording within like 2 hours of the live session. And your assessment will also be done through that application and through that website. So there are two options available with you. Those who are having Android phone, they can download the app. I'm sending the link of the app in the group, so you can download that. The app name is ISKCON Bhagwat Mahavidyalaya. And when you download it and open it, it will give you an option of login and sign up. So your sign up has already been done because you're a registered students. So you have to click on login and enter your registered email ID, and then directly click on forgot password for the first time, because we have changed the website page link. That's why so you have to first reset your password. So as and when you click on forgot password option, it will ask about the email ID again. So you enter that email ID and enter your new password. It will send an OTP on that email ID. You enter the OTP and then it's done. The new password is set. So then log in again with the new with login ID and password. The login ID is email ID only. And then when you click, it will open with all the running courses you have enrolled for. Like you're a student of Madhurya Kadambani, so it will show you the course. And it will show the classes also, like on a particular date which classes you have. So from the today's classes, if it is Sunday, so that day it will show Madhurya Kadambani 8 to 9:30, and it will say that not started. So when 8:30, when it is 8, when Prabhu will start the class, it will show join now. So by clicking on that option, you will join that Zoom meeting session, which is started by Prabhuji, Venugopal Prabhu. So in that way, you can join the meeting, and you will get the recording in the class records. So please download the app, those who are having the Android phones, and those who go through those who want to go through the website, they can just open vedvarsity.com and click on login. Same procedure, you have to set your password again, and then the same dashboard, same window will open. In dashboard you will find the course Madhurya Kadambini, and you have to join in with the same feature, with the same option. So please, I would request all of you so to download the app or otherwise, and try to log in and try if you can see the course Madhurya Kadambani at least in your dashboard. If it is not available, if there is some problem, if you are not getting the app, if you can't log in, there is some problem, please contact me. So tomorrow we'll try to do the class for this from this option. I hope you got the point. Hare Krishna.
Mataji, Mataji, is it already active? Because I downloaded the app and not for this course, but for another course. And I think it already started through the system, but I don't see the videos. So is it active already?
Which video?
This is Bhakti Ratnakar.
Bhakti Ratnakar old videos are also there, and we have shifted on this system from this Friday, from this Wednesday onwards. So we are doing the class on that.
There's only one video available.
The old videos are also available. I will show you. I will show you the option.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So I should just send you a message to your WhatsApp.
Okay, others have any question?
Hare Krishna.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhu. By any way, like if that website is not responding, is there any backup way to join that Zoom session or no?
Prabhuji, this is not a means like it cannot happen that the website is pages. It is means like we have upgraded the system, so it is very fast now, and it should not be the case that it is not responding.
No, I'm asking like okay, so that you are saying that that's the only way to log in if whether it's respond or not.
There are
Because
two
right
options. You have Android app also, and the website, through website also you can join.
Okay, Mata. Okay.
And still, if it is there is there is any problem, you can contact us. We are there to help you.
But the teaching this session will still going through the Zoom session, right?
Yeah. It's going through the Zoom session. So we have another option also, shortcut, that only in emergency we use. I can share the link. I can share the link in the emergency case. So when I start the class, so I can see the link here. So then I can, in the emergency only, not in another cases. Yeah, because that is changing every day also. Sometimes it may change.
Yes, Prabhuji. It will the Zoom ID link will never remain the same.
Is it
will
for
be different?
Prabhuji, it is for just the Ved Varsity courses or for Bhakti Sandarbha also?
Bhakti Sandarbha also, Prabhu.
We will gradually shift Bhakti Sandarbha also here. The system has been started, but we have to just go by this way.
Because
we are just going by the normal older way. So if the benefit, the students will only get the benefit. They will get the video recordings and they will get all the course materials there, then and there.
Because Prabhuji, Bhakti Sandarbha videos are on the different website. It's not on the Ved Varsity website. It's on a different website. So that's why I'm asking.
We switched both the websites here, Prabhuji.
In Android, actually, you can shift, Prabhu. You can shift to the Ved Varsity, you can shift to the ibmedu.org. Both. Okay. So, yeah, options are both. Okay. I think everyone can just, so in simple words, install this app and reset the password. So using your Gmail, and so that you can easily attend next class. So when I on my Zoom, so then when I on the class, so you'll be seeing that now join. So you click that, and so that you can automatically, this Zoom link is Zoom application will open. Only this is 2 steps. Okay. Okay, thank you very much.
Please contact me tomorrow if you have any problem. Otherwise, we'll conduct the class through this way tomorrow, 8 o'clock.
No, they can do actually. They are all intelligents. I
Yeah,
think.
of course.
Uh, yes, they can do. Okay, if we don't have any other questions, so I will end up this session here. So Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhyo cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namah.